Okay guys, I've moved my car a little bit to hopefully catch a little bit more of the sunlight before it completely sets. I'm still gurgling, still really struggling with acid reflux, so please excuse me if I'm still making loads of hideous noises during this video, like that. But what I wanted to do is quickly just go through what the plan was for tomorrow. Just a quick update. Excuse me. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm having quite intense regular contractions. They're really starting to catch my attention now. I'm having to like breathe through them or rock through them, or just really like concentrate on not tensing up when it happens because they're really painful. So I'm just kind of like trying to breathe through it and imagine that this is something wonderful happening to me rather than something terribly tragic, you know, because it literally feels like you're being gutted alive, if I'm completely honest with you. Yeah, anyway, so if you see me like acting strangely for a few seconds, you probably wouldn't notice because I act so strangely anyway, but if you see me acting particularly strange or pulling weird faces, it's probably because I'm having a contraction. Yeah, these contractions are really starting to hot up a bit now, so I'm starting to get a bit like, am I even going to make it to my appointment tomorrow morning at the hospital, or am I going to go into labour beforehand? So the baby's due today, exactly 40 weeks today, and I had my stretch and sweep yesterday. So I'm huge, I'm gurgling like a piglet with acid reflux. I am completely exhausted because I've been out all day, and the kids are at the park quickly, so I'm wanting to catch up with these videos so that I can tell you what's happening, because I might not get another chance. I've got so much to do, like I'm starting to panic, because whether I go into labour tonight or whether I go down to my appointment tomorrow, I apologise for these hideous noises, and I don't blame you if you literally just be like, nah. I'm not going to sit there and listen to hippopotamus growling at me. As I explained in the last video, I can't burp. I know you probably think I'm lying, but I literally can't burp. And yes, before you make jokes about the other end, that's fully functioning, don't worry about that. But yeah, I can't burp, and consequently I'm like really uncomfortable most of the time. And I have this 45 centimetre uterus in my tiny little 5-foot frame body. So everything's just getting pushed up into my chest, and I can't burp, so it's just all gurgling and hideousness. Anyway, to get to the point of the video, if you can be bothered to watch it after all this, is what am I planning to do, because I've got so much to do in terms of making preparations for babysitters for my children. You know, I've got 2 dogs, so I need someone to like help out with that. Anyway, so the plan is this, in terms of who's going to be at the birth. My mum is going to be with me. She's been with me for all of my childbirths, and because I have a lot of complications in childbirth, I really feel like I need my mum there with me, because she tends to be, obviously she's a woman and she's given birth herself 6 times. For goodness sake. Gosh, I'm so frustrated that I get this opportunity to make a vlog, finally, and now I can't stop making these stupid noises like a pig. Anyway, yeah, I need my mum with me because she's the only female that's going to be with me, and she's given birth 6 times. Me and my mum are very similar. biologically, in terms of how we're made. You know, we react to the same chemicals the same way, we have the same kind of chemistry, if that makes sense. So if something disagrees with her, it probably disagrees with me, etc, etc, etc. And when it comes to complications, my mum is the one who's more likely to speak up and say, no, she needs this, she needs that, you know, if I can't speak at the time. So my mum's going to be with me. Also, obviously, my husband is going to be with me, obviously. And but my husband's disabled and I'm his carer, so normally I would be looking after my husband. But in a situation as this, I'm the one giving birth and probably going to be unable to look after myself, let alone looking after anybody else. My husband will need somebody with us to help with him. So my brother, my close brother, who's also been to 2 previous births of mine, is also going to be with us at the birth, and he will help out with my husband in terms of getting him things he needs, giving him his medication, and just helping him around the hospital and stuff like that. Normally what we do is just dose my husband up with a lot of medication so that he can, you know, be more mobile, walk around more, but he needs to sit down and rest a lot of the time, so we have to bring our own chairs, our own camping chairs, because they only provide 1 chair in the hospital. Sometimes you might be lucky enough to get 2 chairs, but you'll never get 3. So and because my labours are so ridiculously long, you know, everyone needs to be able to sit down. So yeah, we'll dose my husband up as much as we can with the doctor's recommendations, keep him as mobile as possible. But obviously he's got his wheelchair, his crutches and all sorts of stuff, so like yeah, it's like a huge ordeal for us when we have a baby. So I've got a lot of arrangements to make, and you know, it just stresses me out that the whole time that I'm in labour, so frustrating, the whole time in labour I'm thinking about my children and are they okay. And obviously they're okay, because you know, I wouldn't be leaving them in a situation where they weren't okay, but I'm, you know, my children are my life, and as a full-time mum, this is my world. This is what I think about all day long. So when I'm not there, you know, and I'm kind of one of those women that's very organised. I like to be in control of everything, and I like everything to be ship-shape and, you know, done routinely, very methodical in terms of, you know, their routine and stuff like this. I can't take much more of this, I swear. Anyway, so yeah, it's just a really stressful time for us. But anyway, the point is, I have a lot to do in order to prepare for this birth, and you'd think that I'd be ready by now, but I'm not. So as soon as we are done here at the park, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get the kids fed, washed, pyjamas, into bed. I have shed loads of housework to catch up on quickly and laundry to sort, and then I need to like sort out like meals for because I could potentially be in hospital for like a week. With Danny, my waters went on the Friday night and I gave birth on the Tuesday morning, so I was in labour for a long time, and then I didn't come home for like a couple of days. And then with my Christina, she was in intensive care for 4 days, and I was in labour for nearly 2, so that's 6 days. And then with Jordan, he was in intensive care for 7 days, and I was in there for a day, so 8 days with Jordan. So the maximum stay I've had is 8 days. The least stay I had was Georgina, and that was 2 or 3 days. So I generally tend to be in hospital quite some time, which is a real pain in the butt, because that means that I need caring people, you know, people to replace my role as carer for my husband. I need babysitters, dog sitters, you know, the lot. Plus everyone wants to come visit me because we're a very close family, and you know, that's what we do. So yeah, it's a crazy time. So yeah, I've got so much to do. I've got to plan out meals and plan out which days so and so's doing what, you know, and then of course I'm having to be in charge of like regulating my husband's medication whilst from the hospital, regulating all the bills and the accounts whilst from the hospital, you know, organising the kids' school days, their homework. So I'm like this person that sits in a hospital bed and giving instructions left, right and centre to people to organise. It's just really silly. But, you know, it's a one-off, you know, and hopefully, you know, we're going to have a wonderful blessing with our new baby girl at the end of all this. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to have to probably make a part 2 because I rambled, so I didn't really get a chance to say what I wanted to say in terms of planning. But yeah, what I was going to say, from if I make a part 2 or if I continue in this video, was that if these contractions kick up a gear, or if my water breaks, what I'll probably plan to do is to continue to just labour at home for as long as possible. Obviously I will contact the hospital as soon as anything happens, but I have an appointment at 11, so and I can get there quite quickly, about half an hour, so, you know, unless I get to the point where contractions are coming really closely together and I'm like getting nervous and I'm in a lot of pain, then I will try and labour at home for as long as possible. So if I go into labour tonight, I will potentially try and just continue being in labour and go into the hospital as planned tomorrow at 11. Or maybe I might arrive a bit earlier, because instead of going to day assessment unit first, I'll just go straight to delivery if that's the case. Oh my gosh, I sound like a... Is it R2-D2? Or what's that creature of Star Wars? Or Star Trek? That creature that makes that noise. That's what I sound like. Slush. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to make a part 2 explaining what the plan is in terms of my birth plan, if I get to. And yeah, I will speak to you all in a minute. See you later, guys. Bye.